So over the last 100 or so years, researchers and managers have taken a lot of interest in what makes a highly productive, satisfied worker. And they found that the way a job is designed is particularly important. Indeed, a lot of work that was created by industrial-era organizations was highly mechanistic. It really treated people almost like they were machines. And so a lot of that work was disengaging and frustrating. And so researchers really started to look at the attributes that make work more entertaining and engaging for the people who are doing it. And so what we're going to look at are the various attributes that researchers have found to be most important for engaging and motivating work. So there are 5 attributes of a job that makes it interesting, engaging, and motivating. The first is task variety, a mix of different kinds of tasks within the job. The second is task identity. Is the person clear about the role and outcome of the work? The third is task significance. Is the work important? Does it have a clear impact? The fourth is autonomy. Does the person have control over what they do and are able to control the resources that are needed in order to complete the work effectively? And the last is feedback. Does the person know how they're doing while they're completing the job so that they can improve their performance? So the first and probably one of the most important attributes is task variety. This attribute is pretty self-explanatory. It means that the person is able to do a variety of different things within their job. I'm sure we can all imagine the idea of just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and how monotonous and unrewarding that can be. Indeed, that's exactly what researchers have found. They found that being able to mix it up a little bit and have the opportunity to do different types of tasks or use different kinds of skills is very rewarding for a person. It helps alleviate boredom and keeps them interested and focused on their work. So the second attribute is task identity. And sometimes this is very similar to the concept of role clarity. Is the person clear about what they've been asked to do and when they have completed it? Of course, we've all had situations where we're not clear about what someone has asked of us and how difficult it can be to understand when we have satisfied the particular need of the task. What we find is that people who have role clarity understand where their boundaries are and know what good looks like, what outcomes they're looking for, tend to be more satisfied in their jobs. They stay longer, they're more focused, and they're more productive. So the third attribute is task significance. Does the work have a meaningful impact on people inside the organization or outside the organization? This is important because people want to see results from their work. They want to see that it has some sort of meaning or purpose outside of the specific tasks that are being completed on the job. People who have this sense of significance that they're doing something worth doing are more motivated and engaged to complete their work. The fourth attribute is autonomy. Does the person have the freedom they need to be able to complete their work effectively? Think of this as the opposite of micromanagement. Someone who feels micromanaged feels controlled and frustrated. Someone who has autonomy feels free, in control of their work, and able to do their best. The fifth and final attribute is feedback. People need feedback to know whether or not they're completing the work that they've been asked to do effectively and up to the level of quality that the organization is expecting of them. Feedback is a huge topic, and increasingly we're seeing many more channels of feedback coming from so many different places. Feedback can be in terms of the quality of work that the person is doing, can be from other people, or it can be from machines. But feedback is important so that people know whether or not they're living up to expectations.